good to have you here, straight from North Carolina.
I am so glad to be here. Thank you.
Awesome. So tell me, let's go straight to the subject. I want to know, what do you do when you're feeling blah? How do you change it to HOORAH?
Yes, and I love that question. So I think so often when we're feeling blah or down in the dumps, we just want to do everything we can to fix it and to feel better. But I take a slightly different approach. I actually stop and slow down. And I check in with myself. And that can be checking in with my thoughts and my feelings. It can be checking in with what's going on in my body. Because usually when I'm feeling blah, that means there's something else going on underneath. If I'm feeling bored, if I'm feeling restless, if I'm just feeling kind of out of sorts, that's usually masking an even deeper feeling, whether it's sadness, whether it's loneliness or fear or even anger. And so the first thing I do, rather than try to fix my way out of it, is slow down and really anchor myself and check in with what's going on. Because once I have a better handle on that, then I'm able to face it head on and decide, okay, what's the best next step?
I hear you. It makes so much sense, because when we don't really slow down to think about what's creating that feeling of a yucky feeling inside of us, it's like having a ninja and you don't know where he's going to attack you from, right? It's like you don't really know. It's like there's nothing to do to work through because it's not there. So it's a great process. So you slow down, like anchoring, and then figure out what is that thought that created that feeling in me, because we know that thoughts create feelings that create actions. So then that's where you are able to diagnose, right? It's like a self-diagnose. That's brilliantly.
Oh, well, and I love that metaphor too of the ninja, because it's true. It can kind of feel sometimes like it comes out of nowhere and we're under attack, and it's like, what's going on? So when you take the time to really kind of face that ninja head on, maybe take the mask off and you see, oh, you're not what I thought you were. You're not boredom. You're loneliness, or you're not restlessness. You're fear. And so when we're able to kind of look the ninja in the eye, and then we can decide, okay, how am I going to handle you? Is it time for a fight? Do I need to get my nunchucks? Or is it more, you know what, come on in, let's have a cup of tea. Let's talk through this and see what's really going on. So I love that metaphor.
Oh, that's awesome. So tell me in an action way. Okay, so now you figure out, talk to the ninja. So now what? What is the action that you're going to take after you figure out, okay, I know the enemy now. So yeah. How do I shift? How do you really do the shift?
So I'll give you an example. Right now, I am working on my first book, which is really exciting.
Hooray!
And really scary all at the same time. And I have found in the process of writing that I do struggle with boredom and procrastination and just not wanting to do it. I'm feeling really restless and just, And so this is a situation where more times than I care to admit, I've had to look at myself and say, okay, Lee, what's really going on here? Okay, you're feeling bored, you're feeling restless. There's got to be something else going on. And when I get quiet and when I center myself and give myself a few moments of silence, then it becomes clear that really what I'm dealing with is fear. That when you write a book and you put your beliefs on the page, it's a very personal thing to share with the world. And it requires a level of vulnerability that feels really scary. And so when I'm feeling bored and restless and I'm avoiding my work, it's usually because I need to face the fear head on. I need to face that ninja head on. And so once I do that, once I really know what I'm dealing with, then I can decide, okay, how do I want to move forward with this in a way that's consistent with who I am and with what's important to me, what I value. And some days that might be stopping and taking care of myself. I can't give to the book, I can't give to my work if I haven't really taken the time to take care of me and replenish my stores. So maybe some days a day off is in order for a little self-care. But more often than not, what I need to do is just sit down and get back at the page and give myself a target, whether it's, okay, just write 500 words. That's all you need to do today. They don't even need to be good words. Just get 500 words down on the page, get those juices flowing, and take action towards completion, because that's really what gives me that sense of empowerment and that sense that I'm living my truth, that I'm doing what I need. And some days, the words just don't come, but I still want to work towards something that makes me feel powerful and productive. And so I find other ways to support the book. And that might be working on a website. It might be working on my marketing. It might be doing some research for a chapter down the line. But again, doing something productive, some sort of action that's in line with writing this book, because it's not just about writing the book. It's about serving others through the knowledge and experience that I've gained over the years so that I can help and connect with people that are ready to make change in their lives. And so the minute that I'm able to anchor down, face the fear, and then choose an action that's consistent with who I am and why I'm here on this world, then all of a sudden the fear dissipates and I'm ready to move forward.
Brilliant. It's so fantastic how you put it and explain it, because actually the feeling of boredom and procrastination was really a false feeling, right? It was just disguising the deep feeling of fear that you're feeling deep inside. But in order to find that out, you had to slow down, right? And once you talked through and got the ninja and, you know, what do you want, you know, and then you got him, you know, let's go for a ride. Then you were able to find out what was the other side of fear, which is all your dreams of writing the book and feeling motivated, which all you needed to do in action way was to take a day off.
Exactly.
And then a day off recharged you, put you back into that, you know, yummy feelings of hooray. And then little by little, you get the book done.
Exactly. But it's rooted in what am I really living my life for? Like, what's important to me? What do I value? And if I can connect the action with what drives me, what motivates me, then all of a sudden I have no choice but to move forward, because it just feels so vital and so important. And so when we can connect our actions with what matters most to us, then there's nothing that can stop us.
Oh, it's so exciting to talk with you. It's amazing.
Thank you.
So to close the video now, Lee, what is your favorite quote?
Yes, so my favorite quote is from a poem by Robert Frost. It's very simple. The best way out is always through. And I believe that with my whole heart, that no matter what we're going through, no matter how painful or how wonderful, everything is temporary. No feeling is final. And so when we come to our experiences knowing that, and we know that no matter what it is we're struggling with, the best way out is always through, then we stop avoiding, we stop running away, we stop trying to escape, and we show up with a willingness to face our fears and our uncomfortable feelings head on. And when we do that, then all of a sudden, over time, they become a little smaller. They don't become quite so scary. And we find that we've had everything we've needed all along to make our way through this journey. And so the best way out is always through reminds me of that.
That's such a precious information you shared with us today. I'm so honored to be here listening and talking with you. And I hope that people that are watching this video also, you know, resonates and know that fear is a common element for all of us humans, but not necessarily has to defeat you. It's just that ninja that you have to get a conversation with. Yeah,
exactly.
Thank you so much, Lee, and namaste.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It was my pleasure.